Welcome. This is Claudia Bazaar, your Senior Director and Trainer with Pampered Chef. So congratulations on starting your new Pampered Chef business. How exciting. So today, before you get started with anything, I would like to give you a couple housekeeping tips. So you've received your welcome email and it has your first steps included in this. And now we're going to walk you through some housekeeping tips on starting your Pampered Chef business. So in your email, you have a link to a website called pctanya.com. And in that email, you will have the login for this website and you will log in. And where we would like you to stay is under New Consultants, Your First Steps. These are your first steps and everything you need to get your Pampered Chef business off the ground. The first thing you want to do is click on this checklist and open up this checklist and print it out. It has everything you need to get your business off the ground. And this is what I will be walking you through. So just make sure you print this out so you can check it as you start your business. Number 1 talks about visiting Consultants Corner to get you started. Consultants Corner is on the Pampered Chef website, and the first things you want to do is set up your order payment account and your direct deposit. Now, what is your order payment account? When you are at a party and someone pays you cash or check, you go deposit that into your account, and then Pampered Chef takes that money out of your account to pay for the order. I suggest opening a separate account with your bank. It does not have to be a business account. It can just be a regular checking account. That way you can keep your Pampered Chef income and expenses separate from your family's. So there's a direct link. All these are direct links. You click on it, takes you directly to the website that you log into, and it walks you through how to set that up, how to download and print the form, and where to mail it to. The other one is the direct deposit. This is how you are going to get paid. So Pampered Chef pays us twice a month. We get paid on the 7th and on the 21st of the month. And the way it works is any shows or any sales going in from the 1st to the 15th of the month, you're going to get paid from the sales on the 21st. Any sales going in from the 15th to the end of the month, those sales will be deposited into your account on the 8th of the following month. So make sure you set that up so that way Pampered Chef knows where to deposit your money to. The next step is setting up your personal website. You're eligible for a free website in your first 90 days, but you do have to set it up in your first 30 days of business. So when you click on that link, it brings you directly to the link. You can set up your website. Every website is pamperedchef.biz/ whatever you want to call it. Mine's just my first and last name, and you confirm your name and you go from there. And your website is set up. Super easy. The other thing you want to do is start just building a customer list. A customer list meaning people that will receive your newsletter that goes out once a month. So when you go back on visiting your personal website, you want to scroll down to customer newsletter right here, and you want to make sure you're opted in. That means if you're opted in, Pampered Chef will automatically send out that newsletter for you. You can see what the newsletter will be, and you just scroll down, and it's a subscription status. If it says opt out, that means you opted in. When you first come in here, it'll say opt in. So you want to make sure you opt in so your customers can get a newsletter every month. And that's what you want to do. You want to build that customer list. And we have a script for you. So everything's done for you, super easy. It tells you exactly what to say to your friends and family so you can add their email address to your newsletter. Then there's some more tips about your web store and personal tips, how to manage it, how to customize it, and things like that. The other important thing is web tools training. how to set up your first show, and how to place orders. You want to watch these videos that welcome you to the website, tell you exactly what to do, and then here you'll have managing shows. How do I create my first show? How do I create a catalog show? How do I set up a show web page, meaning a show link that people can order from? How do I create a fundraiser? Once you have that set up, once you have a show, you want to know how to add orders. How do I add my host order? How do I finalize the show? How do I have an order shipped directly to them? How do I add a free guest special? What if someone hosted a party in the last year? How do I add their 10%? There's all kinds of little videos that help you with everything you need. So make sure you watch through these and walk yourself through these videos. And then there's some additional information on getting started, how to succeed, success checklist that you can click on and they bring you directly to the link. The second important step is getting ready for your business. You want to make sure that everyone knows that you now do Pampered Chef. So you want to make sure your voicemail says something like, "Hey, this is Claudia with Pampered Chef. I'm sorry I couldn't answer the call, but feel free to leave me a message and I will return your call as soon as I can." You never know who's going to call you. There's also a sample signature that you can add onto your email that you can just copy and paste as well. You want to start with a simple spiral notebook to keep track of contacts, keep track of questions that you have that come up. So when we have calls scheduled, we can go over these questions as well. And here is your 90-day tracker. And this is a great tracker just to track your business in your first 90 days or really any time in your business. You can write down how many shows you have, how many shows you held, how many guests were at the show, how your sales were, outside orders, did you get bookings, did you get anyone interested in the business, and did anyone sign up on your team. This is a great way because when we have our scheduled training calls, we can go over these and see if maybe sales were low or maybe attendance was low, and we can work on how to maximize and how to improve those for your next show. Number 3 goes over strong start. When you get started with Pampered Chef, we would ideally like you to have 6 cooking shows or virtual shows in your first 30 days. And here's the reason why. You can compare your business to an airplane. If you are in an airplane and you're going 25 miles an hour, meaning, having one show this month, another show next month, maybe another show in 3 months, your plane's just kind of cruising along the runway at 25 miles per hour. It's never going to go anywhere. You're never going to take off. So by having 6 cooking shows or virtual shows in your first 30 days, you're going to be able to take off that airplane. You're going to be taking off. You're going to feel more confident with every single show you're doing, and you're going to be able to learn right away from every single show. You're going to be able to earn great commission. You're going to be able to earn rewards, and you're just going to be able to take full advantage of this business and what it can do for you. Now, if after those 6 shows you say, you know what, this was like way too much, I don't have time for this, or I can't concentrate on this right now, then that's totally fine. But you were able to experience what this business can do for you. So 1 or 2 of these shows can be your launch party that you should schedule in your first 7 to 14 days of business. Schedule a launch party where we introduce your business to all your friends. If you have a lot of people that are non-local, schedule a second launch party simply virtually on Facebook. And you want to set your goals. What would you like from your Pampered Chef business? Is it free products? Is it paying off debt? Would you like a flexible schedule? Or do you just want to do something fun? So think about your goals and print those out and have them handy so you know why you're doing this business. Here's our commission chart. You start at 20%, and the more you sell, the higher your commission goes. That way you will know how much money you can make in this business. Another important step is controlling your calendar. You want to make sure that when you have your calendar, you write down all your family commitments, doctor's appointments, things like that in there, and then write down your team meetings, when your meetings are, when your trainings are, and then you want to highlight the dates that you would like to book parties for. So when you are talking to people, you know exactly which days you have open, and it'll be a lot easier to book parties that way. In order to, of course, start getting parties, we want to build our list of contacts, and the Frank's list right here will help you brainstorm who to call and what to say, especially outside your typical circle of friends and family. So here's the Frank's list. And I want you to think about these. I want you to not prejudge. I simply want you to write down the first names that come in your head. Friends, your best friend, an old friend, a friend from high school. Relatives, relatives that are close by, relatives that are far away, relatives that are out of state. Your partner's relatives. Associates, people through work, people at the bank, people where you go to get your nails done or your hair done, people through church, people through schools, neighbors. And you don't even have to know their name. It could be the next door neighbor. It could be the lady across the street that walks her dogs in the morning. People who live down the street. And kids. Anyone you know through your kids, if you have kids, through school. Spouse or significant other, anyone you know through them. And I want you to just jot down names. Don't even prejudge. And here's what you're going to say when you contact these people. Here's a sample script of what you can say. For example, you could say, "Hi, I just became a consultant with Pampered Chef, and my goal is to schedule 4 shows in my first 30 days, and I would love for one of them to be you. Would you be willing to gather 4 to 8 of your friends together for a fun party, and in return, you will get to take advantage of our generous host rewards program. What do you think?" And then if they say yes, it comes down to setting a date and time. And that's where, again, you want to make sure you have your next 2 available dates. I always like to work down to asking them, is there a day that doesn't work for you? Most of the time it's like, oh, I can never do a Wednesday, I can never do a Thursday. So you're trying to break down a 30-day month into a smaller date to find that perfect date. So if they say, Tuesday never works, and I say, okay, so my next available date is the 4th and the 12th. Which one works better for you? It's a lot easier than, okay, just let me know when works for you. So try and break it down for them. Now, people have common objections. For example, my house is too small, I don't need any products, I don't know anyone, my friends don't have money. That means when people have objections, they're not necessarily saying, no, I will never ever have a party with you. That just means they have something that they think that is a reason of why they can't have a party. So by practicing these common booking objections, you can respond to it when your friends say something like that. So just read through those so you're not in shock when they say an objection like that. You're also in a very great promotional period in your first 90 days, which is amazing. You can earn as many Pampered Chef dollars as you want. And what are Pampered Chef dollars? Pampered Chef dollars are equal to $1 that you can use for extra products. If you are eyeballing a grill pan or a rock crock or the all-purpose pot, those are some things you can get for free in your first 90 days. And here's how you can earn them. You earn 100 Pampered Chef dollars for every $1,250 in sales you submit in your first 90 days. It sounds like a lot, but our average parties are about $550 in sales. So, 2 to 4 parties, you can definitely achieve that. Sometimes even 1 party, you never know. You also get 100 Pampered Chef dollars for every new consultant who joins your team once they do their first $12.50. So right away, I want you to